Hey guys, John Rivera here from the Solid State Gamer. Welcome back to the weekly Mailbag series. Just to let you guys know, the website has been kind of slow. A lot of things going on. I don't necessarily know what's going on with Matt or Nate, but as for me, my family's in town, and my boss from my day job is actually he's on holiday, so I've been working some extra hours. And yeah, on top of that, my grandfather is actually in the state, so I'm going to be spending some time with him. And to top it all off, we redid the machine, redid it with Windows 7, so I've had to reinstall this stuff. So chances are this video might not come to YouTube today or anything like that. It might be tomorrow, just because I have to get Sony Vegas put back on here, and I've just finished installing the audio interface hardware. And there's just a lot of programs and stuff that I've used for my studio stuff for the Solid State Gamer, the ROMcast, the videos, and everything like that, that still need to be installed. So you might not see this video for a little while, but I just want to kind of get this stuff out of the way. Please be patient, guys. It's just been a lot of stuff going on this and last month that I just haven't had a lot of time to dedicate to the website. So please forgive me. And hope you accept this apology and stick with me. Anyway, on to the games. This is some interesting pickups I got this past week, and I've got a ton more games on the way, so stay tuned for that. So I'd like to affectionately subtitle this episode Attack of the Bee Games, because I picked up a couple of them, and yeah, this one right here, Earth Defense Force 2017 for the Xbox 360. This is an incredibly entertaining game. It's profoundly satisfying. And in this game, you're fighting against like an alien force, giant bugs, robots, star vessels, and everything. It's pretty crazy, actually. All the stuff that happens in this game in terms of the presentation and all the set pieces and stuff. There's literally a level called March, and it's just a bunch of giant spiders in the distance charging towards your position. It's pretty awe-inspiring stuff. The game's objectively not that great, but subjectively, in my opinion, if you guys wanted to know what the best power fantasy is for any system, it probably would be this. It's just an incredible power fantasy. Speaking of power fantasy, also picked up a copy of Lollipop Chainsaw for the 360. By the way, this was like $7. This was $4. I actually struck a deal with this. It's actually not so bad. But this is basically, like I said, a B game. You know how you have like B movies and stuff like that? These are B games. This game, I guess, retailed at $60. This one actually retailed at $40 when it first came out. I think this one was $20 too much in terms of its full retail release price. I think had it been sold at like $40 or $30, I think it would have done so much better. Because, I mean, honestly, it is a shallow game. I mean, it's a great looking one. It's got a lot of style and character to it, a lot of attitude. Yeah, it's basically a run, you know, running around. It's like a beat 'em up basically, and you have like a bunch of combos, unlockable outfits and stuff. I just got a text from Nate about a news article he's going to publish. But yeah, it's top to bottom. It's a solid game. And it's a game made by Suda Goichi, and his name, I guess, is Suda51. So, but yeah, it's crazy. It's a crazy action-packed thrill ride of a game, and that's the game that he wanted to make. So, yep, Lollipop Chainsaw. Don't pay too much for this game. All right, so here's the rest. These games are kind of beat up. This one's in the best condition out of all of them. This one, you can see it's got like a crack along the spine right here, and then this one's kind of like it's got a crack right here on the facing. But yeah, Sega Bass Fishing, complete. Not in the best cosmetic condition. Like I said, I might have to replace the jewel case, but all the innards are fine, like the liner and everything like that. The disc is in good shape. Yeah, the GD-ROM is in good shape. And then I have the sequel, Sega Bass Fishing 2. Complete. This one's in the best condition. And then the last game, Sega Marine Fishing. As you see right here, this thing's kind of beat up. I'm pulling the plastic out. Yeah, not the best condition. I'll have to replace the jewel case, like I said. But yeah, these games are pretty fun. And the reason why these games are so great is because of the last thing that I got. Now, I actually got all 3 of these games, plus the controller, for $20 in one fell sweep. And that's pretty amazing. So here's the fishing rod controller. And this is one of the reasons why I love the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast is amazing because no matter what you're into, no matter what games make your heart burn, I promise you, the Dreamcast has something for you. Now, I happen to be a fan of all games. I don't care what the genre is, but if it's a good game, I will play it. Doesn't matter whether it's a football game, even though those are kind of very low on my list, or a fishing game, or a role-playing game, or an adventure or platformer, a one-on-one fighting game. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's a well-designed game that's very entertaining for what it's supposed to do mechanically, I will play it, and I'll probably enjoy it. But here's the controller right here. So you got your analog stick right here, and yes, it's full analog. You've got your face buttons, you've got A, B, X, and Y. You have your start button, and here's the reel, which basically simulates the left and right triggers, which are analog, and so is this. And so this is like a perpetual potentiometer. It just goes full 360 degrees forever. You can bring it back like this, and there's actually a sensor. If you look at this protrusion right here in the plastic housing, there's actually a sensor that when you flick it forward or you reel it back or whatever, it actually signifies actions within these 3 games. This controller is actually technically compatible with any Sega Dreamcast game, but believe it or not, this controller works really well for Soul Calibur. I'm not joking. And in fact, I was watching a video where this Japanese guy basically beat Soul Calibur on the hardest setting, arcade mode, with the fishing rod controller, and did it quite effortlessly. So I can't wait to mess around with that. I've also been thinking about doing videos where I do experiments with various controllers on games that those controllers were not intended for originally, and seeing how they fare. And I'm still thinking about doing that multiplayer System Link Zero Tolerance video. It's just I've been busy, and it takes a lot of resources to get stuff like that to work, because of the fact that you have to switch between 2 graphics display buffers, and I don't know how exactly I'm going to do that for the actual video. Might need a switch box or something to that effect. So that's a bunch of stuff that I'm thinking about constantly, and also thinking about doing some Let's Plays, not really so much with Matt, for obvious reasons and not so obvious reasons. I might actually get one of my coworkers, Isaac King, to come over and play. We're actually thinking about doing the original Tomb Raider, because I just bought the remake, and I guess he's played some of it, I played some of it, and we're talking about the original one and how crazy the difference is between the 2 Lara Crofts. And he's like, yeah, I'd like to play that game again. And I said, why don't you come over and play it, and we'll do like a video or something like that for the website. And he's like, yeah, well, let's think about that. Let's plan on something like that. So who knows? Maybe he might be privy to doing some Let's Plays or quick looks with me on certain games, which he knows his stuff. Probably maybe not as much as I do in the industrial sector of things, But when it comes to just games, he knows a lot. So anyway, that pretty much does it for this weekly mailbag video. Thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate you guys checking our stuff out. And don't be a stranger. Be sure to head on over to the Solid State Gamer for more updates in the wonderful world of video games. I will say though, I require your patience for just a little bit, just because it's been a crazy 2 months. I didn't expect to be this busy this far into the summer, so usually that's when things kind of mellow out, but things remain busy at my job, and honestly, I not a lot of stuff going on with I guess my colleagues. Nate's busy with his job and family stuff, and Matt's just, I don't know. So yeah, be patient. This video should be up, I want to say tomorrow or the day after. And hopefully the same applies to the last 2 episodes of the ROMcast. I'm working on them right now. A little slow right now just because some of that stuff's cached on my hard drive. So it'll take some time, but I promise you guys I'll get that stuff done and thrown on the site. So stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time on the weekly mailbag.